Hey guys, um, I wanna talk today about um, being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. I was actually watching this video recently about this lady that was talking about how we make decisions within 5 seconds. Most of the time, anything we decide, whether it's eating the cheeseburger or going to church in the morning. We all make that decision within 5 seconds. And in the video, she was talking about how you should count down from five to take off. And she talks about in the video about rocket ship. Kind of gave her this revelation that as if she could take every decision and count down from 5 to 0 and then make the decision, it gives her brain a chance to really focus and really make the decision. And of course she goes into great detail, but the one thing I took from that video was to learn how to live in uncomfortable situations and be comfortable with those uncomfortable situations, because you're putting yourself into a spot that you typically wouldn't be comfortable in. And I'm going to give you some examples of how I've done that. First thing is this video right here. Videoing myself is not comfortable for me. It's becoming more comfortable because I'm doing it more, and it's being a little more a little easier for me to do, and I'm able to talk freely and not try to sugarcoat anything a little more as I go along. Another uncomfortable situation was Vacation Bible School. I have to be honest with you. It wasn't comfortable for me walking in and being a big major role in the Vacation Bible School at my home church this past week, but I did. I played the role of Daniel, and I told Bible stories through the script that I was given. But regardless, it was stories of Daniel, and it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about Daniel that I didn't know. I knew some of it. I didn't know all of it. And it also taught me a lot about interaction and interaction with different age groups. And of course, at church this morning, I was acknowledged for the me going and doing the Vacation Bible School, and that's great. I absolutely didn't do it for acknowledgement, but I really enjoyed the fact that they saw that I put in effort. And Matthew did the secondary part with me, and Matt and I obviously play off of each other very well, because we grew up together, and we could do things with each other and to each other that other people wouldn't. But in essence, it was all uncomfortable. But when I look back, it's rewarding. Like, most of the time, the most rewarding things you're going to have in life are going to be through uncomfortable situations, because you're able to jump through that hoop and go do something that you typically wouldn't want to do. And I think that being uncomfortable has its moments to where that decision making, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, I knew that I needed to do the Vacation Bible School. I knew that it would help me as a person. I knew it would help my church. I knew it would help the kids, and it would take my youth council out of a situation that they were in where they didn't have anybody to play the part. So I knew that was the reward behind it. But all the way up until the day I stepped in there and started doing the storytelling that I was doing, I was uncomfortable with it. And I think every day we're faced with these decisions. Every day we're faced with a decision of, my kid comes to me and tells me that the little girl across the street is blah, blah, blah. I mean, is it uncomfortable for me to go talk to their parents? Yes. And typically I don't. Most of the time, the drama that comes with having girls, you're going to get a lot of that. But regardless, it's an uncomfortable situation. So you make the decision, and sometimes you make the decision not to go into that uncomfortable situation, and it might be best. But a lot of times the uncomfortable decisions we make will propel us to be a better person. If we take the time to think about what we're doing and take the time to step out of our comfort zone in all facets of life. Anything you do, whether it's at work every day or whether it's at home, anything that takes you out of your comfort zone seems to be more rewarding at the end. And I wanted to read a little scripture today from the book of John, and it's chapter 16, verse 33. It starts in verse 31 where it says Jesus asked, and it talks about, do you finally believe? And he's asking his disciples, like, are you finally with me? Like, do you understand what I'm doing here? And in verse 33 it says, I have told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart, because I have overcome the world. So the way this talks to me is that it explains to me that through our uncomfortable situations, with me, if I'm able to seek my guidance through Jesus, then he can put me down the path that he would like for me to be on. I'm in a very uncomfortable situation right now where I have shut down all the business that I had. I'm running a little internet thing from the house. It's definitely a different lifestyle for me. It's definitely a different step in my life. I do think that it's a positive step. I think it's the right step. I think every decision that I've made has been decisions that I've made to become a better person. And notice, I didn't say a more wealthy person. I didn't say a person with a bigger bank account. I didn't say a person with more businesses. I didn't say any of that stuff. I'm talking about a better person, the person that you are. You know, I want to do a video, and I will do a video soon on writing your eulogy. I guess that's how you pronounce it. What are the words that'll be written about you when you're on your deathbed? And how do you make decisions based on that? Like, how do you make decisions in your life that say, this is going to make me a better person, or this isn't going to make me a better person, I'm going to step away from it, or I'm going to make an impact on people this way, or you don't care about people. And that's the thing that I want to jump over, or I want everybody that listens to my videos to understand, is that my videos talk to me. I'm talking to myself here. I'm understanding my steps in life through my videos, as well as I want my videos to touch one person. Every video that I've come out with so far, I've had at least one person come to me and tell me that that video talked to them. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about for me. It doesn't matter how many views or likes or shares or whatever I get. To me, it matters that I touch one person. Because if you do, you know, a guy told me one time, a long time ago, if you become 1% better every day, think about yourself in 100 days or 365 days or 5 years. If every day you wake up and you just want to become 1% better, then you're going to be a better person over a long period of time. But everything that you do takes baby steps. You know, there's baby steps in life as well as baby steps in anything you do in life. Whether it's a relationship or a business or walking in the faith, everything is baby steps. You can't expect to pick up your Bible one day and the next day you're holier than thou. That's not how that works. Everything is a gradual process. Nothing happens overnight. And in a world that's so fast-paced and moving in so many different directions for us, it's kind of tough sometimes for us to take that. It's tough for me. You know, patience is the one thing that I've tried to learn, or had to learn, more than any other attribute in my life, because it's something I didn't have. Patience was something that I wanted to dive into any and everything. I dove head first, and then I found out whether there was water in the pool. I mean, I'm not the guy that sits back and thinks about and really goes over my decisions, or I haven't been up to this point. That's the change I'm trying to make, which makes me uncomfortable. So the more comfort I find in doing the uncomfortable things, the more I'm able to expand as a person and see things that I would have never seen before. You know, the way that I touched those kids with the stories, and the way that they talked about me or Daniel after they left church, I hear from the parents and grandparents, that's worth more to me than any amount of money you put in my bank account. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to affect people, not how much money you have or how much fame you have or how many people know you. That doesn't matter at the end of the day. You can only lay in that casket by yourself. You can only lay on that deathbed by yourself. So if you're out here trying to please anybody else or make anybody else happy or do anything else other than make yourself better, then I think you're doing the wrong thing. So, and I want to open up to anybody out there that has stories, that wants to tell their stories. I'm going to start allowing people to tell their stories through my channel. And as I build my channel, your story will be out there more and more. And but I want people to tell me about their uncomfortable situations and tell me how they found comfort in that. So thanks for watching Real Life Testimony, because everybody has a story. Go check me out, subscribe, like, tell your friends about me, and help me grow my story as I learn through you guys or through telling you guys, and hopefully I'm teaching somebody something that'll stick with them over time. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.